Hello again, and welcome to Year 4 of the Religious Education Initiative. This is Week 1. So, this reading and reflection mark the beginning of the 4th year of this Religious Education Initiative. Each week we will provide 3 readings for the parish or whoever's using it. Everyone is urged to participate. Families should participate together, reading the selections Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or 3 other days and times, whatever works best for the family. I find it works best over the dinner table, but another time can be found. Anyone can take the lead, but we do recommend that the father and mother in each household do so, at least to start with. Whoever leads, we strongly recommend each household take this opportunity to make it a priority to do these readings and reflections as an entire and a whole family all together. Also, since fathers often get left out of religious matters in the home because of their other responsibilities and obligations outside of the home, wherever possible, this can be used as a correction to that trend. So the father can take the lead in these readings, either reading the selection and guiding the discussion himself, or delegating the reading to someone else. Anyway, as we begin the new church year and our 4th year of the Religious Education Initiative, we will start with another selection from the book of Proverbs. At this point in the book of Proverbs, later on in the book, we're simply reading through a collection of wise sayings of Solomon. In all of these, the general theme is the contrast between what the church is often referred to as the way of death versus the way of life. We pray that these reminders will remind us all of the sacred responsibilities placed in our hands, and that we will run with patience and faithfulness the race that is set before us, not just this year, but over our entire lives. Note, this is a longer selection, as may be appropriate for families with older children. Families with younger children might consider reading only a portion of the following. If they read it together, whatever seems appropriate to the parents. If you read the entire selection, it ought to take a little over 4 minutes, so feel free to adjust accordingly. So this is chapter 19. Better the poor walking in integrity than one perverse of speech who is a fool. Desire without knowledge is not good, and one who moves too hurriedly misses the way. One's own folly leads to ruin, yet the heart rages against the Lord. Wealth brings many friends, but the poor are left friendless. A false witness will not go unpunished, and a liar will not escape. Many seek the favor of the generous, and everyone is a friend to a giver of gifts. If the poor are hated even by their kin, how much more are they shunned by their friends? When they call after them, they are not there. To get wisdom is to love oneself. To keep understanding is to prosper. A false witness will not go unpunished, and the liar will perish. It is not fitting for a fool to live in luxury, much less for a slave to rule over princes. Those with good sense are slow to anger, and it is their glory to overlook an offense. A king's anger is like the growling of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass. A stupid child is ruin to a father, and a wife's quarreling is a continual dripping of rain. House and wealth are inherited from parents, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. Laziness brings on deep sleep. An idle person will suffer hunger. Those who keep the commandment will live. Those who are heedless of their ways will die. Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord and will be repaid in full. Discipline your children while there is hope. Do not set your heart on their destruction. A violent-tempered person will pay the penalty. If you effect a rescue, you will only have to do it again. Listen to advice and accept instruction that you may gain wisdom for the future. The human mind may devise many plans, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will be established. What is desirable in a person is loyalty, and it is better to be poor than a liar. The fear of the Lord is life indeed. Filled with it, one rests secure and suffers no harm. The lazy person buries a hand in the dish and will not even bring it back to the mouth. Strike a scoffer, and the simple will learn prudence. Reprove the intelligent, and they will gain knowledge. Those who do violence to their father and chase away their mother are children who cause shame and bring reproach. Cease straying, my child, from the words of knowledge, in order that you may hear instruction. A worthless witness mocks at justice, and the mouth of the wicked devours iniquity. Condemnation is ready for scoffers, and flogging for the backs of fools. And then chapter 20. Wine is a mocker, strong drink a brawler, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise. The dread anger of a king is like the growling of a lion. Anyone who provokes him to anger forfeits life itself. It is honorable to refrain from strife, but every fool is quick to quarrel. The lazy person does not plow in season. Harvest comes, and there is nothing to be found. The purposes in the human mind are like deep water, but the intelligent will draw them out. Many proclaim themselves loyal, but who can find one worthy of trust? The righteous walk in integrity. Happy are the children who follow them. A king who sits on the throne of judgment winnows all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have made my heart clean, I am pure from my sin? Diverse weights and diverse measures are both alike an abomination to the Lord. Even children make themselves known by their acts, by whether what they do is pure and right. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord has made them both. Do not love sleep, or you will come to poverty. Open your eyes, and you will have plenty of bread. Bad, bad, says the buyer, then goes away and boasts. There is gold and abundance of costly stones, but the lips informed by knowledge are a precious jewel. Take the garment of one who has given surety for a stranger. Seize the pledge given as surety for foreigners. Bread gained by deceit is sweet, but afterward the mouth will be full of gravel. Plans are established by taking advice. Wage war by following wise guidance. A gossip reveals secrets. Therefore, do not associate with a babbler. If you curse father or mother, your lamp will go out in utter darkness. An estate quickly acquired in the beginning will not be blessed in the end. Do not say, I will repay evil. Wait for the Lord, and he will help you. Differing weights are an abomination to the Lord, and false scales are not good. All our steps are ordered by the Lord. How then can we understand our own ways? It is a snare for one to say rashly, it is holy, and begin to reflect only after making a vow. A wise king winnows the wicked, and drives the wheel over them. The human spirit is the lamp of the Lord, searching every inmost part. Loyalty and faithfulness preserve the king, and his throne is upheld by righteousness. The glory of youths is their strength, but the beauty of the aged is their gray hair. Blows that wound cleanse away evil. Beatings make clean the innermost parts. Okay, so there's no way we can reflect on all of these. I want to perhaps say something about the final one. This should not be taken as an excuse for abuse in any sort, but rather we should reflect upon our own selves that when we are corrected, we don't like it. It feels like we're being hit. When we are called out for a mistake, it may feel like a beating, but it is, in fact, something that cleanses us. Of course, when these things actually come to blows, come to abuse outside of... abuse is abuse and is never okay. But we're talking about how we ourselves should receive correction as a surgeon taking away and cleansing us from evil. So there are a lot of points here. Honor and respect for parents is essential. There's a lot of attention given to the relationship of the rich and the poor. The responsibilities of the rich perhaps are noted here. Warnings against unjust or false measures. This is a way of saying there is nothing good about cheating someone in business. Honesty and integrity are important. I really liked the thing that we saw right at the very beginning. Desire without knowledge is not good, and one who moves too hurriedly misses the way. Because you can kind of put these together. We are often moved by desire. We pursue whatever seems pleasing, seems, desirable. And yet, when we rush after those desires, we don't pay attention to the way that we're actually going, and that desire may very easily lead us astray and we miss the right way. An easy example of this is, where we most often encounter desire in food. If we just imagine, if all we did was eat the food that we see on commercials, which is trying to stir up the desire, we might rush after that, rush for the border or run for the border and get Taco Bell or have it our own way at Burger King, or I'm not going to keep on going with this, with the jingles and the ads. But the point is, if we allow our desire to drive us, we'll rush, we'll hurry after what seems good, but we will miss the right path and generally become unhealthy and gain weight. That leads actually to the next. Our own folly leads us to ruin, but who do we blame? We blame God. These are worth reflecting on. Some may be more helpful, some less. Some might be helpful at different times and stages of life. Anyway, we'll wrap up for now. God bless you all, and we'll see you next week as we begin with our continuation of the book of Genesis. But that's next week. We'll also see you in a couple days for day 2. God bless you.